Good morning, good morning. A little bit late this morning to the stream, but so far looks like we swept the lows a little bit and we're pushing the highs. Kind of staying just above a VWAP. Just trying to fix my overlay here. Got the wrong stuff showing on my P&L where it normally is. They like reset, so I have all these extra columns that I don't need. Still pushing higher though, making our way to the overnight highs.
Order submit. Order canceled.
Make sure we're ready to take some orders if we need to. But yeah, still trying to mess with this thing. I can't remember how I had it before. Let's see. Still just pushing higher though. Hello, good morning. I'm new to trading. I'd love to know what's going on. Awesome. Well, thanks for checking out the stream. I'll do my best to give my perspective on what's going on with the market and what kind of trades I'm looking for. of pulling back just a little bit now. Bouncing off that overnight high at the 535 level. Making our way back down to the 9 EMA. See if we hold that level or if we bounce out of it. Still pulling back. Need to buy my first stock. I don't know. I don't have a ton of stocks myself. I'd probably say just buy something safe, right? I think dollar cost averaging, if you've heard of that term, where you just kind of slowly accumulate more and more of something that you have a strong belief in, is a good idea. Something that I'll probably start working on in a little bit, because it really is hard to, you know, buy low, sell high, right? Time the bottom, time the top, or whatever. Trying to make money quick. When it comes to stocks, with day trading, it's a little different. Like with doing day trading futures, like what I'm doing right now, makes it a little easier, right? You're able to kind of read all the market things, and still hard though. Still hard and stressful, and you gotta do it every single day and kind of beat the odds to make some money. But if you're just buying a stock like Tesla or like Nvidia, something that's been, you know, doing well, and something that, I don't know, like let's say just any company that you think is going to do well long term. Like so far, Nvidia's been like a really good one. Obviously, it's not always going to go up, but if you kind of have like a longer time frame in mind, you just buy it. It doesn't matter if it's high or low, the price, and it doesn't matter if it goes up or down, because over time you just kind of accumulate more and more Nvidia, and then in 5 to 10 years you'll have a bunch of Nvidia that's probably worth more than it is now. So that's kind of like the longer term strategy that I'll probably start to implement more, but definitely not financial advice. I'm no professional here, just my perspective. Kind of just sitting around VWAP right now. But yeah, see what we can do with the market here today. Bounce off those overnight highs, getting back down to the EMAs, kind of losing a little bit of strength here. Hey, you have a good one too, brother. Thanks for hanging out on the stream. Kind of made a little bear flag here, but also we haven't really established a downtrend yet, which is what I typically like to have before I make any trades, just to kind of have that that range and trend in mind. I like to trade with the trend, not against it, unless we are forming like a reversal setup, which could be the case here. Now that we've kind of made a lower low and a lower high. We still haven't broken past these lows over here. And I'm definitely going to try and probably wait for that before I consider it a downtrend. Still just sitting at the lows there. Can't quite break out. Kind of making our way back up. See how we responded to this fair value gap on the 1 minute. Potentially bounce off those EMAs, continue lower. We are bouncing this level here. Bunch of lows here, kind of the overnight range. So we might hold that level, see if we push back up. But we did reject those EMAs pretty nicely. We also got news in 30 seconds, so good time to not be in a trade. Always not worth the risk. News can do just about anything. I mean, if you're on the right side of it, great. But if not, it can definitely mess you up real good. Alright, news is live. See if the buyers like it or the sellers. So far, not really doing anything. Almost 30 seconds in, and we're not really going anywhere, so. Nothing too exciting. Yeah, a little bit boring of news. That's alright. Get some more at 8 o'clock here in 15 minutes. That should move the market a little bit more. I won't be surprised if we chop around just a little bit before then. Kind of just stick around VWAP here and these EMAs. Would not be surprised. Yeah, 14 minutes till the bigger impact news. This is a decent little setup for the shorts, but again, we haven't really established a downtrend yet. And yeah, I'd like to see us break these lows before I try and get in on any shorts. But then as well, the buys are they're a little scary as well, just because we're kind of holding up right here. We're not looking the best, not looking the most bullish here either, so not really sure. Not really sure what to do yet. I have to just kind of keep waiting. Like I said, I might have to wait for the news here in 12 minutes to see what happens. Can I push out of this opening 15-minute range? Pushing up a little bit, but coming right back. Yes, really just chopping around. See over here, it's not making highs or lows, it's just chopping. I'll take a quick 200 right now across 12 accounts, still looking for another trade. Awesome. Yeah, that was a good little long there off the EMAs. I'm still waiting to kind of establish a trend, personally, kind of break out of this opening range. But that's awesome, you're able to catch a quick 10 points across 12 accounts too, that's pretty awesome. That's what we like to see. Looks like this bear flag did kind of play out here. But yeah, like I said, I didn't really establish the trend yet. Let me check out this high on the 1 minute here. How many accounts are you trading? Right now I'm just trading 4? Or no, 3. We just got these 3 right now. I might have a couple others, but yeah, I got these 2 FundingTicks accounts. It's kind of a newer prop firm that's so far been, I haven't had any problems with. They got some pretty good rules, pretty good prices as well. And yeah, I got 2 funded accounts with them. And it's not really sure. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Yeah, I got a couple accounts with them. And then a couple take profit trader accounts I'm working on. And yeah, I don't really copy trading. I'm kind of trying a little different strategy where I diversify my risk a little bit, spread it across the different accounts and kind of trade different strategies just to kind of take advantage of all the possible profits, but also like if one strategy is not working or if I, lose some money on some accounts, then it's not the end of the world, right? I still got other accounts that I can make some money on. For example, yesterday, I had a big loss on one of my accounts, but then my other 2, I had some good wins, so it worked out pretty nicely. What are we thinking? Right now we're kind of just chopping right here in this 15-minute opening range. Not really going anywhere, not really bullish or bearish. I'm kind of thinking we're gonna have to wait till news here in 9 minutes. The move at 8:30, maybe sad. I guess 7:30 for you. Oh yeah, I was a little late for the market open, but yeah, I kind of just like pushed up, then just wicked down, pushed, yeah, a little wicky there for sure. Probably faked out a lot of sellers here. People got in thinking, oh, we're going short, and then just pushed straight up to the highs, up to the overnight highs. Yeah, still kind of just chopping this little area right here. So until we break out of this, kind of establish a trend, like I said, I'm probably gonna hold off, take it easy, not make any crazy moves or decisions. And again, we have news in 8 minutes as well. So even if there was a good setup, I'd probably getting close to the point where I might hold off on some trades, just because if I'm stuck in a trade when news hits, that could be pretty ugly. Especially if the books are pretty thin, then even if I do hit my target, I might not get filled. And if my stop loss doesn't get filled as well, we're going to be in some heat. I know some people trade the news and it works out well for them. And I'm sure with a big enough stop loss and target, and obviously if you know what you're doing, I'm sure it's not the end of the world. You can make it work. But no, yeah, personally, I like to play it safe. Stay away from news. What's your risk to reward, or do you just take profit at certain levels? I usually stick to a 1-to-1 risk to reward. Like on some of these kind of bear flags, obviously, like I said, still haven't established a downtrend. Still not kind of what I'm usually looking to take. But you know, this one, for example, you can see like right here, got a little 3 candle kind of setup, kind of made our way up, bounced off the EMAs. And then once we broke the low of this candle, we had a nice little breakdown. And typically, if I enter in right here, probably put my stop above the high. And I usually just go for a 1-to-1. I find that's the best for my kind of emotional capital. Just because I've had plenty of trades where I'm up, 1-to-1, or I'm almost up to 1-to-1, maybe a little bit more. And I don't know, sometimes I just feel a little greedy going for 2R, 3R. Sometimes it works out, but it makes me feel a little greedy. If I'm up $200, $400, especially on these 50K accounts, that's all I really need. Like on this trade, I'm trying to see, like the low here is 86, and the high is 04. So that's like what? 16, 18 points, yeah, 18 points. So on this trade, I would have been risking like $360, which on the 50K accounts is already like a little bit more than some people might want to, right? ATR's at 20, so it's definitely a little more volatile than sometimes. But yeah, to go for like a 2R, that'd be going for like, what's that? 36 points, almost like $700, which I don't really need on these accounts because they're $50,000 propfirm accounts. And I don't know, I've been screwed many times where it hits the 1-to-1, like the 18 points, $360. But if I don't take profit, it comes back to break even, possibly a loss. And to take a break even after it gets to, a 1-to-1, it's not my favorite. Sometimes that hurts more than just losing a trade. Because it's like, shoot, I would have made $360 or whatever, and now I'm just still at zero. No, I don't always have it at 360. That's just an example. I wish I could chart it better on NinjaTrader, kind of like TradingView, to kind of show you the risk to reward setup. But it just depends on the swing high or the swing low. Like I was saying, if you can see my mouse here, maybe, but okay, so you just kind of stick to 700 and go for 1-to-1. That's not a bad way of doing it. I used to trade kind of similarly, and I have done that with some strategies that I trade. If I'm like bouncing out certain levels, I kind of go for like 12.5 points typically, which with one contract is $250. And then I kind of go for a couple of those trades, or sometimes I'll size up 2 contracts, so it's $500. But with some of the trades I've been trading, I kind of, it's, what's the term? It's a little bit more dynamic, right? Like if I got on a trade now, right? If I bought the market now trying to go up, I'd put my stop below this low here. So then price would be up here. That would be my entry. I would get in down here, which would be like 32 points or something like that. So that would be like $640 or whatever. And then I would target up here somewhere. So it would be kind of like the 1-to-1. But then if I got in down here a little earlier, stop would be the same. Stop would be in the same place, but then my target would be somewhere up here, still kind of making like a 1-to-1. So kind of dynamic, just depending on when I get my entry in. I like to put my stops below the lows or above the highs. Like if we took a trade up here, my stop would be above this high. Now, if we can get any trades here, I'll give you a live example. Still just kind of waiting for something to happen. Again, kind of like I predicted, just kind of chopping this range here, which some people know how to trade those pretty well, but it's not really my thing. So yeah, kind of waiting. We got 20 seconds until the news hits, and that's, I think after the news hits, we'll start to move and it'll be a little bit better for making some trades. Hopefully get out of this range, break the 15-minute opening range or high. I mean, opening range high or low, whether we break up here or down here. What do you look for? So right now I've been looking for kind of like I was pointing out here, like the bear flags, the bull flags, but it's really dependent on the trends that we're looking for. Like right now there's clearly no defined trend. So like, and even earlier, these bear flags kind of worked out, but we're not really in a bearish trend. So it's not really what I'm looking to take personally. I mean, this 5-minute chart's pretty ugly as well. Just kind of chopping around. So, but this is kind of the setup, right? Like if we're in a downtrend, like if we're like making lows and we're pushing the market lower, and we see something like this, where we have like one candle here, and then we kind of make a little higher candle and a higher candle, right? And we have a higher low on the wicks and the candles. Kind of making our way up, and we form this. Let's see if I can draw it right. We call it a bear flag, right? You have the pole of the flag, which is a strong selling or buying kind of momentum, and then we form this little flag where we kind of go back up a little bit, or back down if it's a bull flag. And as soon as we kind of break out of it, break this low here, we tend to break out and have a strong little push of momentum. And that's a quick, you can make a quick 10 points, you can make a quick little scalp there. Like I said, I'll put my stop up here at the top of this candle. And then yeah, I'll kind of get in here and then I'll target somewhere down here. Oops. Somewhere down here, so it's just kind of risking 1-to-1. So on this one, it would have been about 18 points of risk and then 18 points of my target. Or sometimes I will, like you said, kind of take profit at certain levels. So here, for example, it's 1-to-1, but I might just move it down here so it's at the bottom of this kind of low right here, since that's a pretty good level. Looks like we are finally breaking out down, though. The news didn't do too much there at 8 o'clock, but now we are pushing the lows. So now we've definitely, in my opinion, we've established that downtrend here. Now if we hold the lows and keep pushing lower, we could definitely be looking for some shorts. Sometimes on my other accounts, I also look for signs of a reversal. So if we do have a established trend, right, like this bearish trend, I'd assume we keep going a bit lower, but now that we've finally broken out of this range, looks like it is going to slap a bit, get down there a little lower. But if we were to kind of take out some key levels and then break some highs, you know, kind of do a little bit of that market structure shift and little retracements and things, it could be good to like retrace that and reverse and then go higher. So I do look for a little bit of that with price action as well. Kind of get a reversal, but I do like to stick with the trend, especially for these bear flags and bull flags. I'll use a little bit of the fair value gaps and other things, kind of. I know it's typically with like the ICT stuff, but I've never actually learned or watched any ICT videos. But I've seen some of that work with the fair value gaps, right? And like just the shifts in price and the retracements into the zones and the gaps can make for some good reversal trades. Looks like we are getting down there to the Asia low, overnight low. Again, good key level here, which we could sweep and kind of make her a little reversal setup here. But also, we could break through this level, and then after that level, we've got a long ways to go down before any other good levels. Yesterday's low for the New York session is sitting at 318. So that's over 100 points lower. So if we don't hold this overnight low, we could be selling for quite a while today. Could be a big day for selling, making our way all the way down. Like, what did I say, like 318? Yeah, somewhere down here. So we got a ways to go, unless we can hold this overnight low, which so far we kind of are. But still a little indecisive, it looks like. We're getting a little pullback here off of the overnight highs, or overnight lows. My bad. Making our way up to that blue line there. That's the 9 EMA, exponential moving average. Already kind of pulling away back down there. See if we build out a flag here. So far it's just kind of pulled back up a little bit, but it's already coming back down, so might not be quite the flag opportunity but it is a nice little pullback. But I do like it to pull back to that EMA just to make sure we're not overselling, if that makes sense. I'm on the 1 minute time frame here. I have some other time frames just that I can see on my screen, but this one right here is the 1 minute. It's usually where I take most of my trades. It's where I watch most of the levels here. But I also take some trades on the 5 minute chart. I have another screen open for that. I don't really have a lot of room on TikTok to show all of it, but I do have. I'm live on YouTube as well. BangerTrades on YouTube. You can see my 5 minute chart and some of the other trades I look for over there. But I'll still explain it and talk about it as much as I can. We did make it up to that EMA though, and this is definitely kind of the flag I was looking for or talking about. The only issue with this one is with that overnight low sitting at 431. Let me just mark it. 31.525. Right there, bouncing off of it. It's kind of hard to go short here, just right back into it, because we get short here and might bounce off of it again. Yeah, I think it's going to keep pushing down at least to those past lows. Yeah, there's a very good chance sellers are definitely taking control today. It's going to go up to test that fair value gap and then go down. Yeah, I mean, kind of made it up to that 1 minute fair value gap here, and that's what kind of bounced off of initially. Testing 2 minute fair value gap. Yeah, let me. The 2 minute has a pretty big fair value gap that it is currently sitting in, kind of rejecting out of now.
Order submitted.
See this trade right here, this, yeah, little bear flag, took out that low, see if we push, kind of with the, we got the bearish fair value gap, we got, bounce off this 9 EMA, build out the bear flag, so we could get faked out here a little bit, which does happen, but let's see if we get that break lower, and again, like I was saying, I'm kind of going for that 1-to-1 here. Stop at the high of this wick. And then just targeting down here kind of at the lows. 1-to-1. Yeah, kind of bouncing out of that fair value gap as well. And then, yeah, this good bear flag set up that. Again, that's kind of what I like to look for. Looking like it wants to break lower, but it is kind of hold up just a little bit. Yeah, a little scary there, but we are making our way back down. Again, that's why we kind of keep our stop above those highs there. Just give it a little bit of room to breathe. Let it do its thing. Any second now, it's gotta break lower, right? Surely we go down. Oh, a little slap there. But we're already kind of back up. Dang, well that might have been... Hopefully that's not all the market does. Hopefully we got a little bit more to give here. But yeah, it kind of slapped down, almost bounced off the overnight high. And we're kind of right back to our entry. So we might have kind of missed out there. A little bit too quick to do anything. But I probably could have gone break even there after seeing like that slap and then rejection. But I also don't mind holding some of these trades as well, because taking break even sometimes sucks as well. And sometimes the trades still work out, even if you miss the break even opportunity. And it's still kind of holding this level here. But kind of struggling to go lower, unfortunately. Which is what we're waiting for. Not really doing anything. Could just be chopping around a little
Stop
bit.
filled.
Alright, stopped out. Back up, taking out the highs. So this could be, again, rejecting off the overnight highs, or lows. Keep messing that up. Rejecting out the overnight lows, right? Making a higher low here. And now taking out these highs. This could be a good sign that we're reversing out. We also have on the 5-minute, we have a bearish fairly gap that is being inversed right now, which I might take on another account. So keep an eye on that. Good reversal trade. But no, yeah, I definitely wait for the retest here. I mean, again, looking for like a good reversal, but yeah, I'm not just gonna get long here. I'm definitely gonna wait for a pullback, retest, make a fair value gap here on the 1-minute, potentially. That could be pretty nice. And we'll keep our eye out for a couple of different things. Or yeah, I'm keeping my eye on the 5-minute. 5-minute countdown closes in 1 minute and 30 seconds. I guess I can change the chart. NinjaTrade's a little funky with changing the charts, but I'll remove that out of the way too. Okay, we got this bearish gap here that's being inverse. If it closes above the top of the gap here, then I'll wait for it to come back and bounce, like retest this area, and then we'll go long. Looks like it is kind of rejecting back down pretty quickly though. It didn't really form any gaps, any good areas for retracement. 30 seconds to the 5-minute candle closes. We are still sitting below the gap, so we got to push up higher if we're going to close above and take that trade. Kind of forming out a bigger flag here, if you want to look at it that way. On the, I'm sure, let's see, like the 2 minutes, 3 minute maybe. Yeah, like the 3-minute chart is looking. Let's see, let's check it out. Yeah, 3 minutes looking like another good bear flag. I mean, the overnight lows here, again, it's hard to short into them just because we could bounce them again. And I think that's why my trade earlier on the 1 minute, it might have just been like a little bit early, right? Clearly it needed to kind of work its way up a little bit more, and it still could push lower and kind of play out the move that I was kind of hoping for. It looks like it is. But we still could bounce off the overnight lows again. And, oh, Jason, I'm long an MNQ. Yeah, it might have been a little bit earlier there on the long. Yeah, God, that's a rough one. Too early. Yeah, it still could be making a reversal here, so taking out the lows, but it's just not ready yet. I was a little early on my short as well, a second ago. Yeah, micro's chilling. Small fair value got bearish on 1 minute, seems a little strong. Yeah, no, it's definitely, sellers definitely pushed that down really nicely. Down 881 on the day though. Oh, that's, depending on what account you're trading. On that 50k account, that's a bit. It's a little bit more than most people want to be down. But if you're on like a 150k account, that's not too bad. 100k. Okay, so that's kind of in the middle. Not great, but not terrible. What's the drawdown on a 100k account? Is it like I haven't traded any 100K accounts yet. I just trade like the 50Ks, and I've traded a couple of the 150Ks. So I know the 150Ks have like 6,000 or sometimes like 4,500 in drawdown. I know the 50Ks have about 2,000 typically. So I'm guessing the 100K is around 3 or 4,000. Okay, this morning you're only down 300. Oh yeah, you're chilling so far. You can make that back easy. Or you could just call it a day and not lose any more. And that's smart too sometimes. Yeah, if I see set up full port baby. Hey, that's one way of doing it. I would be lying if I said I haven't done that. But smart not to do that for sure. But no, if it's an A+ setup, it's kind of hard not to want to do that a little bit for sure. Pulling back here a little bit. Could be forming another little flag here. This last one was good. It's a little unfortunate that was just a little bit early, right? We kind of got that fake out lower. Maybe could have moved my stop to break even. Because we did make our way down there like most of the way to our target, part of the way, right? We were up like 9 points, almost $200. But it was just so quick. It slapped down, slapped back up. Didn't really have much of a chance to get out of it. And yeah, we just got stopped out. A little fake out there, and then we finally pushed the lows. A little unfortunate. But that's just how the market goes sometimes. Yeah, definitely not, but if it's A+, I'm going 5 cons. Not a bad idea sometimes. Mini, oh, nice and heavy. Make like what, $500 with 5 points. Yeah, we could have faked out the sellers here too. See if we push up and take out the highs. That could definitely be good for the buyers. If we take out these highs here, then I'll definitely be looking for some longs. 2.2K on 2 columns on Tuesday. Okay, nice. Very nice. It's like a 50-point trade. Very solid. And the week's still up 1.9K. That's very solid. Very nice. Can price just pick a direction? That's literally what I was just thinking. I feel like it's been like that a lot recently. Past couple weeks, days. It's a little hard to trade. Yesterday we did catch some good wins, some good flags, and some reversals and stuff. But no, it's been like this a minute where like it kind of just chops around in the morning, just up and down, up and down. But then even when it kind of breaks out of the chop, it's like we form this little higher low, higher high here. Make the buyers think, oh, we're going up, and then it takes out the lows. We take out the lows, surely we're gonna break out and keep going lower, right? But no, we're going back up, right? I would not be surprised at all if we took out these highs. And on some days we take out these highs, and then what happens? We come back down, and we take out these lows. Go from up here all the way back down to down here. So seriously, most brain dead price action indeed. It's literally just like I know a lot of people joke about like market manipulation and stuff, and obviously it's very unlikely that the market is keeping track of all our different orders, especially on funded accounts, right? prop firm evaluations and different things, because it's not like we're actually like trading the market. It's all like on sim, unless you get like a live funded account. Anyways, but it is crazy how like so often it seems like it's just like taking out your stop, hunting it, like down here. Jason, yeah, you were in long, and it just comes down, takes out your stop almost perfectly, like right here somewhere, and then bounces right back up. It's almost laughable sometimes. Are you buying or selling? Right now, I'm waiting for a good trade. I'm not really biased long or short. We still are mostly in a bearish trend, so I am kind of favoring short or long. So I'm definitely not going to get long until we break above the 470s up here. But in general, I'm buying and selling, just whatever the market gives me, right? Bearish flag up on the 3-minute may get tested. Definitely a possibility. Looks like we are kind of, is that a lower or higher low? Maybe, right? Kind of breaking that. But I'm still going to wait for it to kind of break this more defined high up here before I think about taking any longs. Or even, I might just wait till it gets above VWAP too. Yeah, we are getting above that 5-minute inverse for leg up as well. Same with, yeah, the kind of getting up there to that 3-minute bearish gap. It might get tested. Long sweep after 1 hour for leg up on NQ. Ooh, that could definitely be the play. Oh yeah, daily bias don't mean definitely. It definitely can mean something on some days, but most of the time, especially on NASDAQ, and futures in general, daily bias, yeah, it doesn't mean anything. Like, it can be a very bullish day, and you can still make money selling if you know what you're doing. It just depends. Depends on the day. Depends on what your strategy is, and I mean, yeah, trend aside, we are making it above that level though, pushing up higher. Like we're talking about this price action, just pick a direction, man. Stopped out all the buyers down here, and now we're stopping out all the sellers up here. Absolutely crazy. I'd like to think that we finally established a trend here, right? Surely this is the buyers taking control. Making our way up to VWAP. I could be looking for retracement of some of these fair value gaps to go long, but it's a bit heavy risk. I mean, this move here is like 60 points now, or actually no, it's like 80 points. Really pushing through view up there, which is good. That's a good sign that the buyers are going to keep pushing higher. We do like to see that. Yeah, I think it'll reverse as well. Buyers action's just been pretty rough today. But this is looking good. This is looking good for that reversal. Potentially take out these highs up here, highs of the day. Yeah, if we retrace down into here, could be a good could be a good long. But also we got VWAP right here. Could just kind of chop around, right? You never know. Pulling back here into that 1 minute fair value gap. Kind of pushing through it though, not really holding it very well at all. Like I said, a little bit heavy on the risk here. if you get in here in these fair value gaps, you're still risking 59, 60 points if you put your stop down at the lows, which is what I typically like to do. And that's a lot of points. Obviously, I could size down, get some micros, but I kind of like just sticking with the minis. Keep it simple, right?
Order submitted.
Could have a nice trade here in the 5 minutes. Yeah, that gap got inverse pretty nicely. I just put a limit order. I'm not in any trades currently. Down at the 459s. I can show. I just had to switch my account. There, that's the top of the inverse of the 5-minute fair value gap. So imagine if we get down there, especially with the EMAs there, we get a nice bounce for a long. But we still could be in a bit of this I don't know, we could kind of chop around, right? We could make our way lower and take out low still. Just that kind of price action. It looks like it might bounce early off the EMA. We might have. Make sure you got a stop loss. Oh yeah, I'll definitely get a stop loss. I'm not one of those traders that does not have a stop loss. This is just a limit order, and once it gets entered, if it does, then I have an ATM order, so it'll have a stop loss and a take profit or profit target, and then I'll just adjust it accordingly. But yeah. Now NinjaTrader, that's one of the flaws of NinjaTrader. Because a lot of other programs like even Tradeovate, I think, which is like a part of NinjaTrader. I don't know, but like Quantower, a couple other of those platforms, you can put in an order, or like TradingView, and you can kind of adjust like your stop loss. Like in here, you can like drag your stop loss and your profit target, so it's already just in place. I do kind of wish I could do that on NinjaTrader, but I kind of have to wait until I get in the trade before I can move my stop around. No, I'm just playing. No, yeah, stop losses are for cowards, right? They're too afraid to let the trade go down in the opposite direction. If you want to win, you can't have a stop loss. Just kidding. No, I like my stop losses. Sometimes I don't, because they make me lose money. But sometimes they save my life. So we do like a good stop loss most of the time.
Order canceled.
We'll take off the order for now. If we come back down, we might think about it still, but bounce off those EMAs pretty well. Going back up to the highs. So we'll kind of switch gears. And still looking for some longs here potentially. Continue the trend like I was talking about. We're holding this trend pretty well. I don't really draw trend lines, but that's just to kind of help visualize it. I'll get rid of it. Yeah, we'll see if we get a nice bull flag here. Okay, make back the money that we lost. Just hit for 500. Yes, sir. Yeah, no, that was a good fair value gap test. Like I said, it was a little bit big of the risk was a little big for me off this fair value gap, because I would have put my stop all the way at the lowest, which is 60 points. And then if I go for 1-to-1, that's trying to target 60 points as well. which obviously it just takes a lot of time. It's a big move. Mortada, hi, welcome to the stream. Welcome back. But, you know, yeah, that was a great test out of that second fair value gap here. Bounced out of it really nicely, and yeah, I mean, you gotta get a nice 40 points out of that. But hey, even locking in 25 points for $500 that's what we like to see. Yeah, great trade there. I mean, sweep the lows, break structure on the 1 minute for the highs, and retrace the fair value gap, bounce out of it, make a nice $500. Yeah, it does tend to respect those fair value gaps quite well. Not every time, but it does like to do that. When I look for my bear flags and bull flags, I tend to stay away from them if there is a opposite fair value gap, if that makes sense. For example, let's see if I'm looking for like a rectangle. So this gap here, this bearish fair value gap, because we had it here, even if, I mean, this isn't a very pretty bull flag by any means, but let's say we're looking at that and that we're like, oh yeah, that's a bullish fair value, no, that's a bull flag, right? But because of this, how do I change the color? Red. But because of this bearish fair value gap, right? Typically I'd enter here, right? I'd wait for it to break the high of this other candle in the bull flag, and we get in somewhere around here. But with the gap there, the bearish fair value gap, there's that chance, right? This one obviously didn't, it just went up and that's great. But there's that chance, there's always that chance that we reject out of it, even just a little bit, which could be the difference between getting stopped out with my stop down here or not. So I guess might as well just put on, let's see, my indicators. Isn't there like a, yeah, there's a new fair value gap indicator. On NinjaTrader. Kind of a nice little addition. Make it nice and easy to see all the gaps. See, make sure I got the right settings here on it. That's probably fine. All right, here we go. Pushing more highs. Buyers look like they're in control here. Could be on our way to the overnight highs. Make our way up to the 530s, 540s potentially, break out higher. Yeah, definitely could be a long. Definitely got a nice trend here after that. There's a kind of interesting price action earlier, faking out the buyers and the sellers twice. Looks like we might finally be giving the buyers kind of what they're looking for. Make our way up to 535s, potentially even see what other levels we got. Those are the immediate levels, right? We got today's high at 548. We have the overnight high at 534. And then if we go to the hour chart, we do have some other highs, 550s. And then we have a big gap that's not filled yet. So we could fill that gap all the way up to the 600s. Don't know if that'll happen today. But we definitely got some room to go up. Congratulations on 27 subscribers. Thank you. Oh yeah, we're slowly making some progress on the YouTube channel, making our way up, slowly but surely. It's down 700, but caught the short, and now I'm up 400. Let's go. That's what we like to see. That's what it's all about. Alright, getting close to yesterday's high and Asia London high here. See if we push through those levels or if we hold them. Yeah, I don't want to buy this just because of FOMO, so we're going to wait for a nice little pullback. We had a couple pullbacks here, but they weren't the prettiest. And this one had the bearish fair value gap. This one was just a little weird with the wick, and then green candle, and then big red candle. It didn't quite make it to that 9 EMA. But we did bounce off this fair value gap pretty nicely. Held it well, made our way up. But yeah, we'll wait for a nice little pullback. And we might try and get long still. Get a part of this. Just hit for another 500. Bang. You could say that's even a banger trade. Haha, good one. Up 1,000 on the day. I might be done. I wish you luck, sir. Thank you, I appreciate it. That's definitely a big part of trading is knowing when to stop. When you're up $1,000 or heck even like $400, depending on how big your account is. Knowing when to stop is a big part of the game. No point in giving money back, right? You took some money from the market. Why would you want to give it back? That's just silly. So that's awesome. Alright, pulling back here. Just a little bit. See if we build out a flag, build out an opportunity. These recent highs are stubborn. Yeah, no, seriously. Not making it easy. That's for sure. Alright, kind of holding up this level here pretty well. Not a bad, not a bad flag, not a great one. But if we do kind of hold this level and get above 520s area, might go for just a little scalp. A little scalp.
Order submitted.
Yeah. This one. This is the one. Get rid of the 520.
Order filled.
See if we get that push. See if we can get like 195 out of it. A little bit of a push here. See if we can push all the way. Kind of struggling just a little bit. Yeah, you definitely need to have a lot of patience for days like today or even past couple days, past couple weeks. Sometimes better just to not take any trades than try and force trades that aren't the best. Even this trade, looks like we're probably gonna get stopped out here. A little unfortunate. Can't catch any.
Stop filled.
Yeah, can't catch any luck here on the flags. Just might not be the strategy today. But we do have some other accounts. As you can, I think, make sure you can see that. Yeah, we did take one trade on my FundingTicks account and one trade on my Take Profit Trader account. So down 200 on each of those, roughly. Kind of just, yeah, unfortunate timing here. Kind of going up all day, and of course we get unlucky there, right? Finally slaps down. Could not continue the trend, couldn't hold the fair value gap or the 9 EMA. A little unfortunate there. But kind of just the day today, right? Kind of stopping everybody out. We did get this nice move up here though. This was a good move. If you got in around this spot here on the fair value gap and a little break of the structure, retracement. Yeah, waiting for the lows is definitely good to wait for the buys. Because you definitely hate to buy at the top. No, yeah, typically these bull flags, it's not bad. I mean, yeah, you don't want to buy the top, but if you kind of make that little retracement into the 9 EMA, bounce out of it, break the highs there, it can be pretty nice to just get that quick little break up to the highs and continue higher. It's not really working out today. We'll see if we can get any other trades, make our money back. But if not, it is almost getting close to 9 o'clock or 11 o'clock Eastern. So the market might slow down just a little bit, but we could still get some good opportunities. Yeah, not a bad flag, maybe not a great one. We were sitting kind of near those highs, right? Like the yesterday's high, Asia high. I thought we'd get like a little bit better of a push though before we reject and get stopped out. But yeah, that's how the game goes sometimes. And that's how you can be profitable, is just managing risk and not letting the losses affect you too much, right? Because as soon as you let a loss like that affect your trading, that's when it starts to go downhill. What's your favorite game? That's a good question. A lot of games that I like kind of go to recently, but I'd say right now I've been enjoying Battlefield 1 a lot. I played the Battlefield 6 beta. I don't know if any of you guys played the Battlefield 6 beta, but I had a lot of fun. I'm kind of excited for it to come out in October next month. So I'm playing Battlefield 1 a little bit just to kind of refresh my Battlefield senses a little bit, and it's been fun. See at the low and now skyrocket. Oh, I definitely definitely could. Especially just a road in my face that like I had the right idea, but I was just too early because it loves to do that. I'm surprised I didn't do it down like right here after I got stopped out. You know, a little stop out and then push up. Loves to do that. But no, yeah, we are forming like a little bit of low here, a little doji candle. kind of rounding out here a little bit. Definitely could still push these highs here. Could be nice. Unless we make a lower high and we make our way back down. Also a possibility. Kind of holding this 1 minute bearish fair value gap a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. Kind of just go nowhere. Go nowhere right now. Still holding that fair value gap just a little bit. But it's also, it's not selling. It's not coming out of it for the sellers, but it's not pushing through for the buyers. Just kind of holding. Okay, there's the push. There's the push. Could be making the move up now. But there could have been a little fake push there. Nasdaq also loves to do that. Another little doji kind of rounding off again. Well, pushing the high of the doji. Could be with buyers need to break past these highs and really get that momentum up. Looking good. Yeah, that was a good call there on the bottom. Bounced off that 5 minute fair value gap again very nicely. Made our way up to the 520s, holding up just a little bit. Bought my first prop today, blew it within like an hour with a negative 2,000 P&L. Sounds like you got a 50k account. That's what I got right here. Got a couple of them. But you know, yeah, it's super easy, especially on Nasdaq trading the minis. It's super easy to lose $2,000 in a single day, or within hours. Heck, within minutes. Put on too many contracts, or just get on the wrong side of a super volatile day. Super easy. The thing you were doing, you were not supposed to be doing, it's like scamming people for money. I'm not really sure what you're talking about. If you could clarify. I mean, I'm just doing what other people do. I'm day trading, which I'm just risking my own money, hoping to make some money. Streaming the process, right? Trying to be a little entertainment for some people, but also give them a little bit of my insights as well. So yeah, not really sure how I'm scamming people at all. I only make money if I trade well. Yeah, not really sure what you mean there. Oh yeah, huge difference in paper trading and real trading. I went in super confident. I'm sure that's how a lot of people are. I paper traded for a couple weeks And I was like making money most days, and I was like, oh, I'm such a good trader. I like am the best trader around. I can't lose, right? I did so much back testing and everything. And then I put in some money. Because this was before I knew about propfirms too. I put in like a couple $1,000s, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna make some money. And yeah, I just lost it all pretty quickly. Clearly I did not know what I was doing. And now we're here 2 years later, and we're still learning, right? We're still learning and we're still improving. Still trying to learn from our mistakes, but also just being able to accept our losses, right? Manage our emotions and accept the losses, move forward each and every single day, and hopefully make some money. Yeah, sorry, Marta. I'm not really understanding what you're saying here. Like, are you talking about day trading in general being a scam, or like me streaming being a scam? I'm not quite sure what you're talking about here. Cause I'm just live streaming what I'm doing, just trading, just a hobby. Key to the market is the highs and lows. They always bounce off of each other. That's absolutely true. Sometimes. That's where trading's tricky. Sometimes rules apply, sometimes other rules apply. There's always opportunity. That's what's kind of good and bad about trading. Everyone can make money, right? Every strategy can make money. No, you're not bothering me. Don't worry about it. I'm just a little confused by the question or the comment you made, but no worries. But no, yeah, highs and lows definitely huge keys. I mean, a lot of people place, right? Support, resistance, trends, trend lines, whatever you want to call it. Those can also be effective. But no, yeah, highs and lows. I mean, I was trading like that a little bit a while ago. I mean, you can see the overnight high marked out here. A couple weeks ago, I was trading a strategy where I put a little order there, and then I risk like 15, 20 points, kind of go for 15, 20, 25 points, and you can see here a little struggle there at the overnight high, but then boom, push out of it. Same with these lows here, bounce off 1, 2, 3 times, and then overnight low down here, the blue line here, hit down there, boom, bounce out of it. Sometimes though, it does run through the lows, like right here, and that's when you lose a little bit of money. But again, that's part of the process. Everyone makes and loses money. It's just kind of how it goes. I'm picking the freak out of my nose right now, Chief. Dang. This is male astrology. I don't know, but it sounds like you're having a good time. Short on ES at 648800. Top tick. Ooh. Could be the move. Should let that segment ride. You're not wrong. To some extent. Let's see. Yeah, so I got in up here, and I mean, I definitely, if I held on to it, I definitely could still be going up, obviously. But again, it's all about risk management. How much do I want to lose? How much am I willing to lose? Because I get in right here, I put my stop here, and obviously I might have got stopped out a little early. But if I didn't have my stop here, my next spot to put my stop is down here, or maybe I just don't have a stop loss. And if I had my stop down there, I would have been risking 30 points, $600, which that isn't a ton. But on these 50K accounts, that's like over a fourth of my drawdown. So it's a little, again, if I'm going in heavy, especially on some evaluations, I'm fine doing that. And sometimes that could be the move, obviously. But I like to keep my stop a little tight. Right? Yeah, exactly. You have that's how you play your account is you have your stop too far low. Because I mean, on this example, it did bounce off the EMAs, it held up the fair value gap nicely, went back up, and we're kind of just chopping now. But on another day, right, we run this low, and that's when it can be sketchy, especially without a stop loss. But yeah, it's hard to know because sometimes, yeah, if I held up, it would have been great. I wouldn't have lost money. But obviously, I only risked like, what, 10 points there? I'm only down 200 bucks on this account, which is like, I can come back from that easy. So, and we're kind of just chopping around here anyway, so I don't really want to be in a trade right now during the chop. How long have you been trading, bro? I've been trading just over 2 years, 2 years and a couple months. It's cool to see each trader instead of someone trying to sell some half of their life or something. I think if I'm understanding that correctly. No, yeah, a lot of traders, they got some big personalities, right? They're trying to sell a lot of different things, their course, their mentorship or whatever. I'm not, right? I'm not trying to sell you anything. I do have some affiliates. Well, only one right now, the FundingTicks, which you can see kind of at the top of the screen there. FundingTicks, 35% off. Use my code. I would appreciate it. Obviously, it supports the channel, supports me. But that's just for a prop account that you can make money and trade with. So it's not like I'm really selling you anything that's not gonna, I don't know. It's like if you're trading, you're probably buying propfirm accounts anyways. So I don't feel too bad, you know, being affiliates, providing a discount for you guys. But yeah, I don't have a mentorship or course. I don't want to be one of those guys because that's where I can get a lot of the scam allegations if you start selling courses and mentorships. Especially if you don't know what you're doing and everything. And not that I don't, but it would be probably wrong of me to claim like, oh yeah, like I'm a professional trader, I never lose, right? Do what I say, you'll make money, because that's just not the case. I've been trading 2 years. I've seen some payouts. I think I have a 60-70% win rate, but I still blow accounts sometimes, right? It happens. Emotions get the better of me. I'm still learning. I'm not perfect, but yeah, we're here trying to make some money, trying to learn together. And that's what it's all about. Make some payouts. In my country, it's legal to have whatever you're doing. I'm not sure if you meant illegal, but I don't think it's illegal to day trade in any state. Maybe country. I guess. Yeah, the other countries it could be illegal. I don't know. I don't know other countries and their laws and the rules and stuff. It could be illegal in other countries for sure. But I think most countries it's plenty legal. Could be wrong though. You'd have to do your own research in your country. I know gambling is illegal a lot of different places. If you think this is gambling, I mean, yes, gambling is illegal in a lot of different states and countries. Absolutely. Oh, I accidentally moved that. But yeah, this isn't gambling, it's day trading, right? Just like buying stocks. Just like on a very quick time frame and level. So it could be illegal in your country. You have to do your own research, look up day trading futures, see if it's legal or not. But in the US, absolutely legal. In every state, there's no issues with this. I've come to realize trading is 40% technique and 60% mental. Oh, 100%. It might even be more than that. I mean, I'll probably agree with you about 60-40, but some days it's probably even more. Like, again, there's so many different opportunities, like with trading, like you said, with the highs and the lows, right? Support, resistance, but also like trends, trend lines, reversals. There's so many different strategies, and they all work. Just not all the time. Or like today, 2 trades I took didn't work out. But that doesn't mean my strategy sucks. Doesn't mean I'm like wrong. Could have been bad execution, could have been bad stop loss, right? Potentially, we'll just put that out there. But no, yeah, just the mentality, 80-20. That's definitely good. With that might be more accurate, but even yeah, maybe like 75-25, something like that. Like it's definitely up there. Just having the mentality and the ability to control your emotions and keep a level head when you take a couple losses. Because even after taking 2 losses, you know, I'm only down $200 on, or $275 on one of my accounts, but I'm spreading my risk out nicely. So it's not like I'm down $500 or something. And I'm definitely in the spot where I can make my money back. My head is still level. I'm chilling. I'm not emotional. I'm not like, frick, every trade I take, I lose. Because sometimes that's the case, right? You lose 2-3 trades in a row and it feels like the market's just out to get you. It feels like nothing works. And you start rethinking everything. Heck, you maybe are switching up your strategy. And that's also a big pitfall for many people, is strategy hopping. You know, you take a couple losses, you switch your whole strategy to something else that you're not used to. And maybe it works for a couple of days, but then it stops working, so you switch your strategy again. But yeah, 100%. Mentality is huge, and just emotional capital and emotional management. But I'm still gonna like the video. I appreciate it. Thanks for liking the video, even if it is illegal in your country. Kind of just chilling at the highs here. See if we break past, get over this overnight high here. But still kind of just in this little bit of range that we've made until we get out of it. This kind of range here until we get out of it. I'm gonna hold off a little bit. Yeah, probably gonna wait for it to break these highs. Continue the trend, get that momentum. So yeah, trying to long here, not the best idea in my opinion. Just because we are kind of getting kind of towards the highs and kind of just chopping around them as well. Right in here, we got the, I guess I could mark all of them. I have on my trading view, but not on NinjaTrader. Let's see, we got the 32 right there. That is the Asia high. And then the line above that's the London high. And then at 5.25, right, 25.25. That is yesterday's high on the New York. So yes, it does look like it's on the ups. It is holding this bullish fair value gap here. Yeah, it looks like it is kind of pushing up now, kind of nicely. But again, with all these different spots here, New York high from yesterday, Asia high, London high, they're kind of just bouncing off the top and bottom of them. So even if you do get long here, it's not a bad long. But definitely expect a little resistance here. Unless we break out, because it does tend to break through levels as well. A lot of people are breakout traders. And I don't quite have the balls for that. Because yeah, for me to like long here for the in quotations the breakout, that scares me sometimes. I'm not a fan of that. I mean, but then look at right here. The breakout traders are making money right now, right? They bought here at the high and it broke out. They probably made some money. So you can't diss on the breakout traders. But obviously you trade like the opposite. Instead of taking the breakout, you take, you sell at the high. So many strategies, they pay. Different days, different strategies, they get paid. So just stick with what works for you. That's the best way to make some money. And if you had your stop high enough, now the support and resistance traders are making money, right? Now we're bouncing off the highs. Yeah, kind of a price action, kind of weird today. We had a decent little uptrend here. Good opportunity for people to make some money off this reversal. But besides that, we kind of chopped this morning, right? Took out stops left and right. Same with right here, right? Picked out the buyers, picked out the sellers. And now we're kind of just holding up here, chopping around. Picking out the buyers again up here. Breakout traders got a little bit of money maybe. Now we're bouncing off the highs. Selling off to those EMAs. Yeah, price action is a little funky, a little tricky here. You gotta get in somewhere. Hey, that's how you make money. If you don't get in somewhere, you're never gonna make any money. That's facts. I'm trying to see something good here, but yeah, it's just seeing it like stop out all the sellers up here and then the buyers down here. I mean, you kind of have to have a big stop if you don't want to get chopped up. These wicks are just taking people out here. Very hard to get in with any confidence. 5-minute chart just kind of very choppy. Candles aren't going anywhere. Go for the buy, I'll give you a galaxy if it don't hit. Alright, let's do it.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Get in there, stop below the wick. 270. Breakout right here. Here's the breakout. This is it. Break through the highs. All the way. This is the one. Run, Forrest, run. That's right. Don't worry, I'm not quite gambling. I didn't quite just buy because you said you did, but or because you said to. Because I am seeing a little bit of this. Again, kind of a bear flag here. We kind of took out the low, bounced back up, took out the high of this candle on the 1 minute. So it's not bad. It's not bad. But it is something I probably would have held off on if I was trying to be cautious and wait for something just a little bit better. A little more A+. This is like a B setup. But man, we're holding the levels overnight. London, Asia high there. Holding up very well. But eventually it's gonna run. It's gotta. It's gotta make the move. Hey, and I appreciate your offer of the Galaxy if this does go into the negative and lose. But no pressure. You don't have to do. You don't actually have to do that. But I did think that was funny, so I was like, I gotta run it. Alright, holding the New York high. Just gotta get that push, man. Gotta get the push. We're just chopping around.
Stop filled.
Oh, there it is. There's the break low. A little unfortunate. We're chilling though. That's all. Oh, that's a big slap. Good thing I have my stop loss where I did. We're selling off massively now. Not sure if that was like a little tweet or something. Did Trump say something? Jeez, that was a big slap. Big slap. Yeah, that's why I was a little hesitant with the longs, right? Chilling at the highs there. But it could have broke out. It wasn't bad. Could have worked out. Did not. A little unfortunate. Only down 550 though. We're kind of chilling still on this account. But might be done trading this account just so we don't lose any more on the day. And we'll switch to our other one. I think ICT has ruined a generation of traders. It's definitely a good possibility. There's definitely a lot of drama with that in the trading space. I don't know too much about it. I know who ICT is. And like I know some of his concepts that people make fun of and different things. Like I know a lot of people kind of make fun of the different terms that he throws out and like even the fair value gaps, but I don't know, I just trade what works. You know, the way I trade, it's like you could say it's similar to some of his concepts, but at the same time it's all based off of what I've seen, what I've learned from the last 2 years. So, I mean, even now it's like you can see I've got the kind of the gap showing on the chart, and oh yeah, some of them they bounce a little bit, but then they don't. But then some like this kind of hold up and it pushes. And again, you can't buy and sell every fair value gap, but it can often be a decent area of support or resistance, and it can kind of help define certain trends. It can help. I mean, if you're a bull flag trader, which is what I've been trading on, like at this one I took over here. Took this bull flag, didn't work out, but I mean, is it not any different than like taking this bullish fair value gap, right? Kind of hold the fair value gap, push higher, get in. It went down, got stopped out. That's alright though. But yeah, bull flags, bear flags, fair value gaps, it's all kind of the same thing, right? It's just retracements, little pullbacks to kind of continue the trend or define the trend. But no, yeah, he was definitely a bit of a scammer with a lot of his courses and mentorships and stuff. I saw some of the videos. I mean, I don't know if they're all true, so I don't want to like pick a side because I know it's kind of controversial or whatever. I don't really care though about any of that. But I did see a lot of the stuff kind of pointing out how he was fake trading. I think they were listening to the live. Oh, they definitely were. See, they're out to get me. I have 10 viewers on TikTok right now. I have 1 viewer on YouTube. I did have 2 or 3, but they might have left. That's all right. Market is a little bit boring here, but no, yeah, they're out to get me. They're listening to the live, me and my 11 viewers, and they came to make sure I didn't make money. That's what they're here for. Pass an eval today. Let's go. That's what we like to hear. Sorry, new here. What are you trading? I'm trading Nasdaq futures. NQ. All right, pulling back up here a little bit. See if we hold this gap or those EMAs there. Yeah, no idea what's going on right now with the market. Freaking just chopping up and down. Taking out the stop losses up here, taking out the stop losses down here. Man. I'm sure if I end the stream though, the market will actually start moving, right? I know that happens all the time. Just kidding. No, we still got some time. I'm not quite done yet. In your opinion, is trading futures the best? I mean, it's hard to say what's the best or not, but I'd say for me, it's the best. I've dabbled a little bit with options trading, but it's just a little confusing. It didn't quite add up for me personally. Like all the delta, vega, theta, all those different things, state of decay, like, or whatever, data decay. Anyways, a lot of stuff, the numbers, it didn't quite add up for me, so I don't think it was the best for me. Whereas this makes a little bit more sense, kind of watching the candles, watching the trend, the price, seeing where it goes, what it does, and making informed decisions based off of that. So that's definitely why I stick to futures. I like the quick, the momentum. I like the way Nasdaq moves. I mean, not today. Today's not a good day. Right now it's just chopping up and down. I mean, this isn't fun. But typically it moves well. And yeah, you can make a quick little trade, make a couple $100 pretty easily, pretty quickly. It's nice. I might get into options. I might do a little more research just to make sure, see what I'm thinking about it. But typically, I mean, yeah, dabble a little bit. Wasn't my thing. Futures just makes the most sense for me. And crypto as well. Like, that's another thing people trade. I have some crypto, but like to day trade it, I still don't think it has enough like liquidity. Some of it does, like Bitcoin and different things. But no, yeah, futures definitely just has like a lot of liquidity. I can get in and out of the market very quickly, like in seconds. I can buy, I can sell, scalp, super easy. Not a lot of markets offer that. And Forex as well. I feel like that's just there's a lot of scammers out there in the Forex market, and it's just not a market I'm familiar with, so I stick to what I know. Let's see. It may break with that huge draw. It might. We definitely took out a lot of liquidity there on the downside here, and now that we're pushing back to the highs, we definitely could break out and go higher. If you could give me one tip to really focus on when learning day trading, what would it be? Honestly, manage your emotions. As soon as you lose your emotions, lose your cool, that's when you start making the most mistakes. We were talking about a little bit earlier, it might have been before you were in the chat, but you can make money so many different ways trading. There's so many different strategies, and a lot of them work. You just have to be consistent, follow your rules, and don't lose your head. Don't lose your cool. How long have you been a trader? Sorry for asking questions. I'm a new trader trying to learn. No, you're chilling. That's what this is for. Hang out, make some money, ask some questions, right? Have a good time. I've been trading about two years. 2 years and some change. I think I started like 2 years ago in April. So actually, I guess it's almost been 2.5 years. Having trouble finding a good broker. Any recommendations? I don't have any personal recommendations. Currently, I'm just trading with the prop firms, which is like one of the easiest ways to get into day trading and futures specifically, just because you can risk very little money buying the evaluations and the accounts, and you can have a lot of risk to make money. Like for example, I have a couple different 50K funded accounts right now. So I'm able to risk like $2,000, and I can obviously make money. Like right now I'm down $200 or $500 on one of my accounts, and not the end of the world, right? But I can lose $2,000 before kind of breaking the rules on this account, and it just gives me a little bit of that wiggle room to make money. But for me to lose like $500 on my real money, kind of hurts. It's kind of hard. Not everyone has that kind of money to put on the table. But the prop firm accounts only cost like $50, sometimes like $100, depending on what size you get. So I can't personally recommend any brokers just because I trade with the prop firms right now. I did trade with some live money before. I just used NinjaTrader. They kind of have their own brokerage, I think. I'm not exactly sure how it works or like the definitions, but like Tradeovate, NinjaTrader, you can deposit some money straight into NinjaTrader and trade through NinjaTrader. So that's what I did. But I wouldn't necessarily recommend that as a good broker. But I've done that. But right now I'm just trading the prop firms. Just because I can risk a lot less and still make some good money. I know some of the other big traders out there in the YouTube space, in the trading space. I've heard of like Edge Clear. I've heard of like, actually I can't remember. Maybe like AMP, maybe that's one. I don't know. You'd have to do your own research on that one. But there's some ones out there that I've heard people recommend, and those might be the ones that I do my research on when I add my own money and start trading my own money. But right now, just trading prop firms because I can. A lot better risk to reward, a lot better return on investment for me right now. If I was a millionaire though, I'd definitely be trading my own money because then I wouldn't have to deal with all the dumb rules that prop firms have. But at the end of the day, they're not the worst rules. They're just trying to keep people consistent, which can't really complain about. I mean, if you're a consistent trader, you can work around the rules pretty well. I don't have too many issues with them. Looks like we are finally pushing the highs there. We'll see if we actually hold them and keep pushing higher. Does this actually mean anything? Or are we just stopping at the sellers and we're going to make our way back down? Yeah, of course. Always feel free to ask questions. Don't have a problem. If I don't like the question, I probably just won't answer it. But no, so far these are chill. What strategy do you find works best for you? I have a couple different that I try and look for. I typically try and stick to kind of a one-to-one risk to reward. I find that works best for me. And I try to keep my stop losses kind of at kind of the most recent swing high, swing low. And I try and keep my risk as low as possible. But as far as like the strategy, you can see I still have it marked out here a little bit. Try and look for bull flags. If you don't know what that is, there's plenty of, I mean, a quick Google search will show you like a couple examples. But I mean, you can kind of see them. I'm kind of have them marked out here on the chart as well. It's kind of just a nice push up and then a little bit of consolidation. Right, we kind of stair step down a little bit and then we break past and get a little breakout higher or lower for a bear flag. Kind of like here. But it didn't work out for me today. I mean, obviously, red today, not too much, but just a little bit. I actually could be making another one here. Kind of staying at the highs. Question is, are we going to break out even higher? Or gonna get faked out again? So it's been working out pretty well. Obviously, I passed my funded accounts. My evaluations got funded. So it's been working. I still have a pretty decent win rate with it. But typically they've been working pretty well. It's kind of tempting to
Order submitted.
I don't know.
Order
Pull
filled.
back there. Again, we'll keep our risk kind of tight here. 175. Oh, wrong spot. But kind of something like this. It's kind of what I look for. Breakout, run the wicks, push the highs. All right, we had this pullback, kind of into the overnight highs, and it's kind of like what we like to see. And then just a quick little break higher. But it hasn't really been working today. So let's see if we get it today. But it's kind of just holding. Might not be the best. Again, today it's not really not working the best. We'll hope this works out. And yeah, the good thing about trading is tomorrow I'll probably do the totally opposite. Exactly. I mean, yesterday it worked out quite well. I had like 3 or 4 bull flags in a row that just like played out beautifully. We had a little pullback and then we pushed, hit my target. It was great. Today, not so much. Maybe my stop's a little too tight. Maybe not tight enough, right? I'd like to think it's not too late, and maybe I'm just getting a little greedy here, but I mean, the buyer's got to step up here, right? Surely, right here, push all the way. Almost got stopped out there. We're definitely gonna hit this one for sure. Hey, that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm here for. So far it's looking good. Looks like it's gonna break these highs here in a sec. A little resistance there, but
Target filled.
boom, there it is. Little teleportation candle. That's what we like to see. That's kind of, again, the breakout I kind of look for with those bull flags. Typically what we like to see. Oh yeah, W's in the chat. Appreciate it. Maybe should have gone in 2 contracts there. We're only risking 175, so not a lot. I mean, yeah, good 1-to-1 there. Sometimes, I mean, hindsight, right? Could have made more money. We'll see if it gets up to like a 2R or anything. But already pulling back. That's why I stick to 1-to-1. Just log in the profit. And I've won, right? 175, made back most of the money I lost. Now I'm down only $41 on this account. So kind of chilling. Might see if we find any other flags. I was typing, let it keep realizing it filled. No, yeah, that was a crazy candle. We were just kind of chilling there, and it was like, oh, maybe go break even, or like maybe, you know. But then boom, just shot straight up. It finally got that push. It's kind of what we've been waiting for. So yeah, that right there, prime example of what I look for in trades. For those of you that were wondering, kind of curious of like when to get in, when to enter. Right, we kind of stair step down. We got this nice bullish move up. That's the flag pull, you could say, for the flag. And then we pull back down a little bit to an EMA or like this overnight high. Bounce out of it, take out the high of the previous candle, kind of in this flag area. And then once we break out of there, we enter, stop down here. A little sketchy there, right? Almost got stopped out. But we held the EMA, and then, I mean, yeah, we like to see that quick little pop up, because it definitely, with my experience, it does like to take out those wicks when we kind of have that price action, and then we break out there and kind of holding up here again at the highs. We could get another flag here. We're kind of forming one here with these candles, but I kind of like to wait for 3 or more candles, just because sometimes 2's not enough for me. I've definitely taken them and they've definitely paid, but sometimes it could definitely be a little premature. But I mean, it's already looking pretty good. Back to the EMA. 3 little candles there, setting up like a nice little trend there. So if we hold the EMA, get back up here above this high here, we definitely could get another nice little push like the one before.
Canceled.
It's kind of what I'm seeing, kind of what I'm looking for. But sellers are a little strong. We are pushing down a little heavy. We'll see if we hold it though. Could be taking out the low here. See how we respond here at the overnight highs. Bouncing up there a little bit. Could have been a nice little buy there, right? By the overnight high. Good little bounce. Definitely good strategy. Let's see, how much am I risking here? That's not too bad. But yeah, sometimes it's not my favorite way of trading. But I was doing it. I have some I think I have some TikToks or some YouTube shorts showing me take like little trades like that, you know, where I buy right here, get that bounce off the level. Pretty good flag here still, but we do have this bearish fair value gap, which again I was talking about it earlier. Any reason to bounce and go down is kind of a reason not to take the trade, because we still could push out of it kind of overall. Sometimes the fair value gaps don't mean anything, right? It just gets pushed through. But I've seen plenty of times where it pushes up, and that'd be my entry, but then it also bounces off the fair value gap, takes out the lows. Looks like we're already taking out the lows though. Sellers kind of coming in here nicely. Kind of hanging out down here. Not really sure what it's gonna do. Are we gonna? It's a good chance we hold this this level here with the previous highs. Asia, London, New York highs, all these three blue lines I've got drawn up. And then also this little area is right here as well. I imagine we kind of hold it, push back up. Not really sure though. If we get back above the 543s, we could be kind of continuing this push up. We gotta kind of get past these EMAs, potentially past that bearish gap there. I'm not really sure if it's. Might try that. See if we get some momentum.
Order submitted.
See if we can run the same thing. Strategy hasn't been working the best today. But again, nice, it's kind of textbook win right there. Let's see if we can do it again. We gotta get above 543. Yeah, if we hold this EMA, probably gonna round off and go lower. Yeah, kind of making our way down to the lows here.
Order canceled.
Yeah, I'll take that off for now. We'll talk. This P8 today has been a little atrocious. Oh, 100%. Yeah, we've been kind of talking about that all day in the chat. Price action has been rough. I mean, that's why I lost those two trades earlier. I mean, this fair value gap, it's a great fair value gap. Or not fair value gap, what am I saying? Bull flag. Bounced off the EMA, had a little push. Right there, you can see it wicked up. And then boom, just straight got stopped out. And then we came down, we just chopped around. I mean, it's been rough here until we finally broke out. But now we're back down into this chop area. And then earlier we were chopping, we were stopping everybody out. I mean, we took out this overnight high, and then we just kind of came straight down to the lows. Went down to the overnight lows, came back up. And you can see right here, I mean, this is what I think messed up a lot of people. I know someone in the chat, I remember he said he was long up here, and it's not a bad long. I mean, we took out the overnight lows. We had a higher low right here, and we broke this high right here, so we had a higher high. We're kind of retracing a little bit. It's not a bad spot to go long. But clearly we just broke through. Everyone stopped right here. Everyone stopped right here. We made all these lows. And for all the people that got stopped out, I mean, we just almost immediately pushed right back up. And for everyone thinking like, oh, we must be selling now, right? Because we took out all the lows. This must be a sell or a short. But no, we went from here, took out the highs. We did finally get a little bit of that reversal right here. If you kind of got in off this retracement, fair value gap, moving average, got a little bit of a bounce up. But it was kind of short-lived and before we started chopping, so price action definitely absolutely atrocious today. Yesterday was a lot better. Day before though, what was it, Tuesday? Tuesday was similar. For anyone who was trading Tuesday, I got pranked on Tuesday. Similar thing to kind of over here. I think we had like a bull flag or something. I mean, this one actually kind of played out if you were looking at it, but again, not really like the bullish trend. So I didn't take it because we were still in this downtrend. But no, it had like a pretty decent flag setup, and then it got me in, stopped me out, and then there was like a bigger flag on the 5 minutes, kind of like this, that went down, and even worse than this. I was long, got stopped out, so I was like, okay, if I got stopped out, clearly the bearish, bigger time frame flag is going to play out. Spoiler, it did not. So I kind of just lost 2 trades back to back, and I kind of was like, well, frick, that sucks. Almost made me lose my cool, not gonna lie. But we did stop trading. We didn't overtrade. We took my 2 losses, called it a day. Kind of like what we're doing on this take profit trader account. Down 560, lost 2 trades in a row. Not really wanting to. Again, I could take more trades, could try and make the money back. But if we lose any more money, that's when it could start to get a little hard to keep the emotions in check and accept the bigger loss. 560 is not too bad. For 50k accounts, it's not great, but it's not bad, right? I can make that back tomorrow. Or even if it does take me 2 days to make it back, I can make it back. It's not the end of the world. So I'm gonna try and take another trade on this FundingTicks account though. Only down $41 now. Made back our loss. Also, not a bad spot to kind of say, hey, had a loss. Made back my money. Also not a bad opportunity to say I'm going to be done. Going to be happy with break even, more or less on the day. Negative $40, basically break even. But no, yeah, exactly. Live to trade another day. Huge advice, right? Live to trade another day. Another day will bring better opportunities, or worse. Just kidding. But no, yeah, if it's just not working, if you're not seeing the market clearly, if you're just getting chopped up, just stop trading. Because those are the days where people blow accounts, and if you can survive those days and just kind of wait for a better day, where you just kind of keep winning and winning, boom. That's the day you're waiting for. That's what trading's all about. Be patient, wait for those days, and try and lose as little as possible on days like today. Or Tuesday for me was also choppy, wiki day. I don't know if other people use that term, but I like it. Wiki, right? You just wick up, wick down, stop people out. Buyers and sellers alike. Kind of a bear flag here. Kind of not very pretty. And we're not really in a downtrend yet, but it could break out a little bit here. It already kind of has. We're still kind of sitting around these levels here. These previous highs, kind of chopping around them a little bit. Looks like we are kind of breaking lower though. Just a little bit. Sellers looking pretty decent on Delta. ES also not really going anywhere though, so also like to keep the correlation in check. If Nasdaq's going down but ES is not going down, it probably means that the Nasdaq's push down is kind of short-lived. Same with the opposite if you're going up. If Nasdaq's making highs, ES is not making highs. Kind of short-lived. But hey, for all the people thinking, oh, it must be going down now, here's the buyers coming in. Showing up. Still is kind of a bigger time frame. Bull flag. Sometimes I don't trade those. They're not my favorite. Just because the bigger time frame means it's a bigger move sometimes, but also it'll take longer to work out, which sometimes I'm fine with. Some strategies I'm fine waiting 30 minutes to an hour to let the trade play out, give it that room to wiggle, breathe in my target. But with the flags, bull and the bear flags, I really like to see a quick break, kind of like this big green candle, and then kind of push up and hit the target, which sometimes on these bigger flags it doesn't. It still takes its time a little bit. So that's why I kind of stick to like the 1 minute to kind of get that quick little scalp. At least with this trade, this strategy here. Yeah, the longs are looking good now. Kind of holding those levels up. Bouncing back up there. Still kind of just chopping around though, at the end of the day. Makes it really hard to have a bias or make any trades. Not the funded down. Ah, yeah, I know. Luckily, I'm only down $40. This take profit trader actually is an eval. Yeah, it's an eval. So I'm only down 560 on that one. Thought it was funded, but no, it's an eval still. I'm getting close to passing it though. Yeah, only down $40 on that funding account. My other one, this other FundingTicks account, still haven't made any trades on it today. It's just been too choppy. I trade on that account, I kind of talked about earlier, diversify my risk, not copy trading. I used to copy trade, and I probably will in the future once I get some more accounts. But right now we just got a couple, and we're kind of trading different strategies a little bit, kind of to diversify my risk. And so yeah, this one I'm trading the 5-minute chart with some different, a little bit of different strategy. And 5-minute chart, if you look at it, there's been hardly any moves. I mean, it's just been super choppy doji candles with a couple different moves, kind of a little sweep down, sweep up, but it's not really going anywhere, so can't really trade that. I'm trying to pass this 150k, still got 4k more to go. Oh yeah, those 150ks can be hard to pass, because typically they have like a $9,000 target to pass, but you can only risk like 4,500, or I think Tradeify you can risk like 6,000 on like the straight to funded, or maybe the growth accounts. I can't remember. But yeah, the risk isn't the best. That's kind of why I've been. What was I saying? I trade the 50k accounts. I have traded some 150k. I did have a couple, and I do like them. I don't mind them, but I did go back to the 50k accounts because it's just a little bit better of the risk for the profit target, because profit target's only like 3,000 typically, or actually on the FundingTicks accounts, it's only 2,500. These accounts are actually pretty nice. Not trying to sell them too much, but hey, if you're interested, check it out. Use my code. But no, yeah, right now 35% off. So you can get one for like 80 bucks. Not the cheapest option out there, but there's no activation fee. So if you pass the evaluation, you don't have to pay the activation fee. Like I know Apex and like Top Step, you have to like a $150, $130 activation fee. So the evals can be cheaper, like Apex with 80% off is like $30, something like that, $35. But yeah, the no activation fee is what really the kind of the seller for me for using these accounts is, I mean, pay 80 bucks, a little bit more upfront, but then you pass the account and you don't have to pay the activation fee, you just get funded for free. Well, not for free, but you know what I mean. So that was nice with this account. Got funded, and the profit target to get funded was only 2,500 instead of 2,000 or 3,000. So I can lose $2,000 of the drawdown, and it's end of day drawdown, by the way. So it's not the trailing drawdown, just the end of day. So yeah, FundingTicks, $2,000 drawdown. Profit target is only 2,500. And I think typically a lot of the 50K accounts with like Apex or other prop firms, it's like $3,000. So it's a good ratio. Risk 2,000, make 2,500. So a little bit easier to get funded, and then no activation fees. So pretty good prop firm. Not gonna lie, that's why I'm promoting them a little bit. Got an affiliate. That's why I'm trading with those accounts, because I like them. But yeah, Take Profit Trader also pretty solid. I have traded with TopStep before. Haven't got any accounts with them recently, but I did have some with them before. I have been funded with TopStep, but I think I need payouts. Got a little unlucky. Lost my accounts, and then I went to a different firm. I got one 2K payout on TopStep last year. Haven't got one since. It was my first year trading futures. Yeah, no, that's kind of me. I passed some accounts, did really well with TopStep. Got my first year trading, and then started not doing so well. So I kind of switched to the 50K accounts on Apex because they were cheaper. And then I actually got some pretty decent payouts on those. Got like $12,000 in payouts last summer trading the Apex accounts. But yeah, lost those at some point, unfortunately. But I had a good run. And try to get some more Apex accounts, but yeah, I just don't really like the rules aren't my favorite. I never got denied a payout. I know a lot of people talk about that, and it's kind of like controversial, or like it's like, oh, Apex denies payouts and stuff, but I've never had a problem. All my payouts are approved. Yeah, I haven't had a problem with them personally, but they do tend to change the rules a bit, and I'm not a big fan of that. They've had a couple different changes with rules, like with no dollar cost averaging and different things. Like I don't do that, but like they just need to be consistent, right? Pick some rules, be strict with them, and then just don't change it. Yeah, not like I said, if you follow the rules, again, they have some weird rules. Some of them are like a little bit under the radar, like they kind of have it in fine print. You kind of have to look for it a little bit. But if you follow the rules, you shouldn't have a problem getting approved. But like I said, I've never gotten denied by Apex. Got $12,000 last summer. But I have seen plenty of the YouTube videos of people getting denied, and I don't know. I'm assuming they broke some rules. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. Maybe I got lucky. But what would make them not approve you? I think again they have some crazy rules. I'm not familiar with all their more recent rules because I haven't been trading with them for a little bit. I actually still have an Apex account that's funded. I just haven't been trading on it because I don't have any drawdown. But I still have it. I I think I have like 20 bucks left on it, so I can't even make a trade really. But I decided to keep it just so I can like log into it and like if I log into on NinjaTrader, I can like use it to have practice accounts and stuff. No, but yeah, a little micro trade. I could try it. I might get lucky. If I get 0 drawdown, I could make the money and save the account. But I mean, I paid the lifetime for like the activation, so it's not like I'm wasting any money just holding on to it. So I was like, might as well just kind of hold on. But I might send a little micro trade one day. We'll see if we can make a little money. But yeah, I'm not sure all the rules that they got now or why they want to preview, but I know before there was like no dollar cost averaging was like a rule that they had. So if you were like in a trade and it was going in the negative and you like bought another contract and then went down even further and you bought another contract, they didn't like that. They said you could like dollar cost average once, but it was a little like finicky, it was a little weird, and people would copy trade and sometimes the orders would get like kind of put in the wrong spot. So I think a lot of people with like the copy trading, especially when they had like 5, 10, 20 accounts, some of their orders just like were seen as like dollar cost averaging more than once in the negative. I think that's why some people got denied payouts. And some people probably did just like break the rules. In my opinion, I think if you have a rule like that, you should just make it so you can't do that. To have it so you can like do that and then deny people like, oh, you broke the rule, you can't get a payout, seems kind of silly to me. It's kind of like when they have consistency rules, right? It's like, oh, you can't put on more than this many contracts, but like you still can, but then they'll like deny you because you broke the rules or whatever. Again, a little silly. I think right now, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Apex has a rule. They have like a weird consistency rule. Because it's pretty typical, most prop firms have a consistency rule with like, for example, even these FundingTicks accounts, I can't, like to get a payout, I have to make the minimum drawdown of $2,000 in profit, and I have to have like 5 days of $150 plus profit. A couple of different rules like that. But another one is like, I can't have one single day that's more than 50% of my profit. So if I'm up to the $2,000, I can't have a day that's over $1,000 in profit. And that's pretty typical across all prop firms, just to avoid people like Hail Mary trading in one day and just kind of going crazy. You know, the windfall traders, I think, is a term people have used. So that's typical. I don't have a problem with that rule. But they have another one that's similar where they have like an unrealized loss percentage rule. I can't remember what they call it. But basically, if I'm in a trade and it goes down more than like 700, I remember doing the math. On the 50K accounts, it's about $700. It's like 30% of like the 2,500 drawdown. But if you have like a live unrealized loss of $700, like that's like against the rules, which is like kind of weird. Like I guess it like for some people it's smart not to lose more than that much in one trade. Like obviously good risk management is you shouldn't lose that much in the first place on one trade on a 50K account. 700 is quite a bit. But it is weird that like that's a rule. And yeah, like you said, you kind of have to trade a little bit with their strategy. They have changed the rules a little bit. They made it a little easier. Like you can dollar cost average now, I think, unless they've changed it again. But you can still trade your own strategy, but like there's just the rules are a bit tight, a little tighter than some of the other firms out there, which is not my personal favorite. Because sometimes I like to trade a little bit bigger move, right? I like to give it that room and put my stop at the lows. And yeah, I can't really do that as easily on Apex, just with some of the rules. But still, good firm. Like I said, I've been paid by them. I have never been denied a payout. I probably would trade with them again. They're just not my first pick. So once I get a little bit more little bit more accounts. I'm trying to kind of make, get some payouts and kind of scale a little bit. Right now I got a couple accounts, and once I get some more payouts, I'll start adding more accounts. And once I run out of accounts with the firms I'm using right now, like once I get like 5 FundingTicks accounts, which I think is the max that you can have, or like if I get the maximum amount of take profit trader, or like Tradeify as well, that's a good firm that I've used. They have pretty good, decent rules. I'll probably get some more accounts with them in the future. Like I said, gotta get some more money, scale a little bit, get some more accounts. Once I do, I'm sure I'll have accounts in Apex, Tradeify, maybe Top Step. I don't know. For some reason, Top Step's giving me some weird vibes recently. Not sure why, but I've just not been really attracted to Top Step. So probably, I don't know. We'll see. If I need more accounts, right? If I'm just making money, I need more propfirm accounts. I'll probably get Top Step as well. But yeah, just not really attracted to them right now. Same with like Bullnox. Like, if I need more accounts, I might end up there eventually. But I think they're a little bit harder to kind of get funding, get payouts. It takes a little bit more time, which is fine. And I'll probably get there eventually. But right now, I've still got plenty of room to grow here. I can still get like 3 more FundingTicks accounts, more take profit trader accounts. I can get 5 Tradeify accounts, like 20 Apex accounts. Like, I've got a lot of room to scale and get more accounts before I go over to Top Step. I love Top Step X platform. Yeah, I've seen some good reviews about it. It's kind of like TradingView, but a little bit different. It looks good, and they don't have any fees on there, I don't think either, which is, it's a pretty solid deal. I've thought about getting a couple of those, and I probably still might. That is a little tempting. Might get a little Top Step X accounts, and I can trade like a little bit more scalpy, take a little bit more trades because the fees won't eat into my profits. So I missed, I only add it if I'm in deep green. I'll add 1 more and put my stop to break even. Yeah, no, I've done that before too. I remember that was kind of one of the rules that they had, was like you can dollar cost average all you want if you're in the green, but if you're in the red, you can't. Again, I think they changed that, but it's just a smart thing to do in general. Because yeah, if you're in the green, 20 points, 30 points, so yeah, put on another contract or 2, and then just put your stop above the new break-even mark. Because then like you're still risk-free, but then you have like a lot of upside potential because of your extra contracts. Definitely a smart way of doing it. I think I'm gonna reset 2 of my funded accounts on Top Step. It's not a bad idea. It's a little pricey though, isn't it? I think I'm still on their Discord, so I think I saw like an update that they had, or maybe it's like on YouTube. I can't remember. But yeah, they have the new. I don't know if it's new. Maybe I'm tripping here. But yeah, I feel like lose. Oh yeah, back to funded is live. That's pretty new, right? Yeah, so lose your express funded account before taking a payout. Reactivate up to 2 times. That means 2 more shots at the best payout policy. Blah blah blah. $500 for 50Ks. It's a little pricey. It's not bad though. I mean, it's kind of just like a straight to funded option, but with like the twist, because a lot of the prop firms are doing the straight to funded. Even FundingTicks has they call it the 0 accounts, which basically straight to funded. You can skip the evaluation, just get funded right away. Pretty good option. Not gonna lie. But yeah, you probably do have a better chance. I mean, a lot cheaper. Buy a bunch of take profit trader accounts, pass all of them. No activation fees, I don't think. Same with like FundingTicks. I mean, you can get like some of their cheaper accounts for 50K. They have a couple different options. I'm still trying to figure out like how the options work actually. But you can pick a 50K on their website, and then you can have like there's like a FundingTicks 1 account which you can pass in 1 day. And there's a FundingTicks Pro Plus account you can pass in like 2 or 3 days. You can pick between like a reward cap, either $5,000 or $1,000. Again, check out the website. You can see a little bit the details a little bit better. But the cheapest one is $77 without any discounts. And with 35% off, I think it's like $50 with no activation fee. So pretty solid like entry to get into that account. But they also, like I said in the first place, had the zero account, which is like straight to funded, skip the valuation. The 50K account is $500, but with the 35% off, if you use my code or any other codes from other people, $500 times 35%, you're saving $175. 500 minus 175, $325. So, unless you really love Top Step, if you go over to FundingTicks or even like Tradeify, because they have like the Lightning straight to funded accounts as well. But for $325, you can get a 50K account that's already funded. $175 cheaper than the back to funded with Top Step. Because it's nice that you can like reactivate your account if you like break it. But at the same time, if you're just gonna like start over and pay that much money anyways, you might as well just get like a fresh new account with a firm that's a little cheaper in my opinion. I'm not sure if Top Step has discounts. If they have discounts, then it's probably like a similar price. A lot of prop firms like to be pretty competitive. I just paid 50 for the 50K account with Top Step. Yeah, 50 is not bad. It's not a bad deal for the 50K account. I got a couple of those last year. But the only difference is once you pass the account and get funded, then you have to pay like $150, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. The activation is $150. FundingTicks, however, same with Take Profit Trader, I think, there's no activation fee. So if you pay the $50 or like $80 after like using the discounts, if you use my link or my code, or again other influencers too, you don't have to support me if you don't want to. But if you use that code, it's pretty easy to get like the 35% off, which can get you a 50K account for $50 or $80, depending on which model you choose. And there's no activation fee. So that's the difference there. Or you can get the straight to funded zero account for $325, which is also pretty, for straight to funded, it's pretty solid. Skip the valuation fade. If you're a confident trader, if you got extra money, pretty solid option. Definitely something I did. I actually did that a little bit ago. I had a little bit of money from the trading last year, so I bought like a couple of different straight to funded accounts with Tradeify on the 150K account, because that's pretty good rules. The drawdown was like $6,000 end of day, and I had to make 9,000, which is it's a little much, but being able to lose 6,000 wasn't bad, and almost got some payouts, which is nice. But I think I get on one of those accounts, so I moved it back to the cheaper accounts just for now. I'm gonna try that probably at the end of the month. Yeah, no, it's a good option. If you want to skip the evaluation, there's some great options out there with FundingTicks. I'm not sure who else. I mean, yeah, Tradeify has it as well. I don't have any discounts for them yet. As I grow my stream, both on YouTube and TikTok, I'm going to try to get some more affiliates from the different firms, just so I can get the best discounts for people watching. But there's plenty of other YouTubers like you can get discount codes from as well, and you can go support them. But yeah, Tradeify has straight to funded. FundingTicks does. I don't think Take Profit Trader does. I could be wrong though. Apex I don't think does either. Apex does have the cheapest evaluations, especially if you can get 90% off. It's like $17 for a 50K account, which is very nice, very solid. But they still have their activation fees, which are like $130, which is, it's a little on the heavier side for some. Obviously still not bad to get started, get into trading. But that's why I'm with FundingTicks right now. Not even because like I have an affiliate. I mean, I am, which is great. But I bought these accounts before I got a code from them. Also, spoiler, it's not hard to get a code from them. Anyone can do it. Okay, activation's on sale right now, only $85. That's not as bad because that's the price for like the monthly activation, if I remember correctly. But for lifetime activation, that's pretty good deal. Still a little hefty. I mean, again, I'm not a big fan of the activation fees. That's why I moved over to FundingTicks, because no activation fees. Pay $80 to get the account in general. Trade consistently, pass the account. Just passed 2 of them last like week and a half ago. Didn't have to pay any activation fees. Tick Trader has $134 funded 50K. Oh, like straight to funded? Tick Trader. I haven't I don't know much about Tick Trader. I've heard about them, but I have not done a lot of research. But it does look like they offer 70% off straight to funded with something. Skrill and crypto, whatever that is. I mean, I know what crypto is, but I don't know what Skrill is. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're like a newer prop firm, but yeah, it looks like they do have the coupon code at the top of the website, TTT70. Yeah, I haven't used Tick Trader, and I don't know a lot of people who have. So as of now, I can't technically recommend them, but I mean, yeah, if any of you guys have used them and can vouch for them, I'm sure they've got some good accounts as well. Looks like they have like Trade-Evade, Ninja Trader and stuff, which is what I've been using. Looks like they use Project X as well. Yeah, a lot of good firms out there. Just kind of depends on what you like, what your preference is. Yeah, market's not really going anywhere still. It's I mean, kind of just chopping. Looks like, again, it looks like it wants to push higher, but it's not going higher. Could push lower. Could have another nasty little sell-off like we did earlier right here. But might be about my time. About that time to go eat some lunch. Market's starting to die off a little bit. 12 o'clock Eastern. Or 12:09 Eastern. Lunchtime over there. Market tends to slow down a little bit. Trading tends to get a little more boring. Price action in general has been rough today. We've talked about it quite a bit in chat, but especially now that we get into that lunchtime hour, might be time to go take a break, eat some lunch. Not a bad day. Not great. Lost some money onto my Take Profit Trader account. Lost 2 trades. Down 560. Not terrible. We can make that back tomorrow. And down $40 on FundingTicks account. 1 loss, 1 win. Made back most of my loss. Pretty solid. So not a bad spot to say, hey, we made back our loss. We didn't lose too much money. So kind of chilling. A lot of chop today. Didn't get chopped up. Didn't blow any accounts. So we'll take it. Hopefully tomorrow has a little bit better price action. Get a little better trades. Yeah, see if we can take advantage of it. But thank you so much for everyone who has been hanging out in the stream, chatting. A lot easier to get through this price action when you got some people to chat to and talk about it with. Asking questions, hanging out. It's been fun. It's been a good time. I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, every day trading. Every morning, wake up for the New York Open. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, streaming on TikTok and YouTube. If you want to check out my YouTube, I'm streaming there as well. And so you can see just a little bit more of my screen and stuff there. See my 5-minute chart. Nothing too crazy, but if you like YouTube over TikTok, the vertical layout. Then you can check out my YouTube, BangerTrades. Link in my bio or whatever that's called. But yeah, appreciate it. See you guys tomorrow, potentially. If not, no worries. Good luck if you keep trading. And yeah, see you tomorrow morning, Friday.